How's it going, everybody? Gus here. Hey, I got a little project today I wanted to share with you. On my upper mine module, I used to have a road that went right through here, and what I realized was that in order to access my underground mine, I need to have my mining head frame, my elevator man lift building right here. So I needed to redirect the dirt road. So you can see here, I've got this started. I've already got the contour of the road down because the building will go right here. But now what I want to do is make this road believable. Want to make it stand out. I want to make it look like it belongs there. So I'm going to show my technique on how to make a dirt road, how to flesh out a dirt road. Before I get too deep into this, I wanted to show what I use, and this is just fine powder. It is regular dirt that I have sifted through what would be a coffee filter. A very fine wire mesh coffee filter. Found this for about $2.99 at the grocery store. It is very fine mesh and yields just about powder-like. So after I have my base down, my road base down, then I can come back and add my fine dirt to it to even it out, fill in the spots, and make it very weathered road looking. So I'm going to do a little pan shot here and show you. There's the existing road, and then here's where the new road starts. It doesn't look as old, doesn't look as weathered. It's just the sifted sand and dirt that I've put down here. Not the fine stuff, but just some sifted dirt and rock. Goes behind the building, around back when the building shows up, and comes back around and is going to meet up with the old dirt road just right over there, and then goes up on to the asphalt road. So what we've got to do is make this area here, turn it into an aged, weathered, well-traveled looking road. That's what we're going to try and do here. And we're going to use the fine sifted sand, fine sifted dirt and sand to accomplish that. So as I do this, I like to just take my dirt and just run it along there with my fingers. Just running them back and forth and putting some down on the road, filling in the highs and low spots. I'm not trying to make it a smooth road because this is a dirt road. Alright, I've been using my brush, tamping it down. Just knocking down any high spots, filling any low spots. Don't want to lose an axle when we're driving down the road. Also had to add a little bit more rough in the middle because I'd added a little bit too much fine stuff. So in order to get it level, had to add a little bit more just down the center where the wheels don't drive so much. So just about ready here. I've got it tamped down, got it looking like it is a road, and I'm going to squirt it down with the isopropyl and then drizzle my Mod Podge on there. Have just a little squirt bottle here filled with isopropyl. Squirt that on there. Got my Mod Podge mixed up here, about 50-50 in a little cup, and everybody has their own way of doing it. I just like to dribble it on with a paintbrush. I feel I have a little bit more control that way. Takes a little bit longer, but I like my results. Watch it just soak right into the ground, into my new road. The other thing you'll notice, I'm sure you've seen this, is it is a lot darker now than what it was. It will dry somewhat lighter. Before I forgot one of these little items that I do, before I let it rest, I am going to take, and while it's still very wet, I'm going to take and run a little teeny bead of fine dirt in the track, in the car track area. I mean, everything's been smashed down, and this just gives it, in my opinion, one of those little touches that shows hardly as noticeable, but when it dries you can see that track mark. You see here I don't need any more glue on it, any more Mod Podge, because it's already wet and just soaking it right up. Looks pretty good. I am fairly happy with it here. I did add a little bit of raised rock, some regular sand just down the center here to fill that up. But I think we're pretty much to go. Now we got a little bit of maintenance to do on it. Down the center here, put the regular sand, but a few of these just don't look right, or they're just glued in the wrong spot. So I'm going to take this little tool and just kind of knock them down, get him out of the way. This here looks like a pretty big one. I don't like him, so he'll just go away. And that one there, yeah, get rid of those guys. There's a big one. That's too big for end scale in the middle of my road. So it's just a little bit of maintenance, going around making sure all the rocks in the path are gone. Big ones down the center of the road, make sure they're gone. Put my concrete barriers over here while I was gluing. I put those in place. I think they're not weathered yet, so I've got to add a little bit of weathering to them, but this is coming along. A little bit more here. Again, we got the rocks on the side, but making this a believable road. When these cars come driving down, they smash down rocks and kick them off to the side. So off to the edge, that's where all the big stones and boulders go, baseball-sized rocks. So I put some along here. That's my shoulder. Still got some along here. You can, if you like. It depends upon the area. You can see this is really kind of a desert-looking area. I could put a few green brush, a few green weeds, a little bit of grass down the center here, but it almost doesn't match my surrounding scenery, because we're in more of a desert area. So I doubt I'll put anything down the center. Alright, I'm off the tripod, so it might be a little bit shaky, might be a little bit out of focus, but I wanted to get as close as I could to show you. Here's the road. There's past the fueling station. There's the building on the right. A few trees. There's the boulders on the shoulder there. Come around. But where the tracks of the cars, the tracks of tires have run over, it's all smooth and run down. So there you go. That's adding a road, adding a dirt road on my layout. A little bit of reconstruction and making a dirt road. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Any questions, any comments? You know what to do. Give me a holler. Appreciate your support.